Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing my favorite holiday read-alouds. I'm in my classroom library. I got to school very early today so I could make this video, and I'm really excited to share some of these with you. Some of them are classics, some of them you might not know about, so I thought this would just be a really fun start of the December video series. I just think it's a fun teaching video for December. So I'm going to show you each read aloud, and some of these books I haven't read in over a year, more than a year, so I'm going to do my best to remember what they're about, but all of them are very fun and I hope you enjoy this list. So we're going to get right into it. The first book that I have today is How to Catch an Elf, and this is a series where they have how to catch a lot of different characters like a turkey, an Easter bunny, a leprechaun, all different kinds of characters that have to do with holidays, and then even some like mythical creatures like unicorn, mermaid, all those kinds of things. And the series is by Adam Wallace and Andy Alkerton. This book is so fun. It's a rhyming book, and basically in the story, the elf is trying to run away from the kids and from Santa. They always end really hilarious. The ending is always not what you think it's going to be, so you have to read it to find out if they catch him. But the illustrations in this are very vibrant and super cutesy. So this is a really good start to the holiday read aloud list because kids love these books. Like I said, they're rhyming books, so they're really easy to read. And they're not that long. So How to Catch an Elf, really, really great. And I'm going to leave a link to Amazon for all of these books, and if I can find it, a link of a video read aloud in case you don't want to go buy them but you want to share them with your students. I'll leave that below in the description. Okay, so the second book I have today is called Other Reindeer. Look how cute that title is. This book is by J. Otto Siebold and Vivian Walsh. Basically in this book, Olive is a dog and she hears the Rudolph song where she hears all of the other reindeer and thinks it's about her, and so she tries to become a reindeer, and it's just a super cute story. The illustrations are super cool as well, and there's lots of fun bold color words that I always find fun to read because then you can make sound effects and things. So this is a really cute book too, and it's on my favorites list. Okay, the third book I have is kind of a classic. You've probably heard about it, and it is Moosletoe. If you've never read this book, please read it. It's so cute, so sweet, and kind-hearted. It's by Margie Palatini, and basically in this book, the dad thinks that he has all of his Christmas prep done, and then he forgets a Christmas tree, so he has to make a Christmas tree out of something, and it's just really, really cute. It's definitely a little more wordy, like longer text on each page, and the illustrations are more like hand-drawn instead of like computer illustrations, but it's really sweet. It's a classic, and I love it. Okay, the next two books are Hanukkah books, and I always think it's very important to teach about different winter holidays that are not Christmas. So I wish I had more books for these holidays, and I really want to get some, but this year I'm virtual, so a lot of times I play books through video read aloud, so it's easier for the kids to see it. So I can find any book I want now, but normally I would like to have more than just a couple of books, and I have more than these books that I'm going to show you, but not nearly as much as the Christmas books. So the first one is The Night Before Hanukkah, and everyone knows this The Night Before series. And in this book, you know, they talk about different Hanukkah traditions, why they celebrate Hanukkah, the story behind it, what they eat, where they go, what they use to celebrate, all those kinds of things. So this is a great book to like introduce kids to Hanukkah, I think. This book is by Natasha Wing. And if you've never seen this series, please check it out. They have The Night Before almost every grade, The Night Before different events. So this is a really great book to introduce kids to Hanukkah. And then if you have students in your class that are Jewish, they can come up and if they want to, talk about Hanukkah, teach the class, whatever it may be. So that's a really fun book. And then another Hanukkah book I wanted to share is ABC Hanukkah Hunt. And this book is really great for like kindergarten and first, because in the book, every single sentence has like a letter that it's talking about. So this is N. And they just come up with different terms for the alphabet that are Hanukkah related, whether it's food or tradition or clothing or song or dance or whatever it is. And it's really, really sweet. So again, great for K or 1 because the alphabet is important to teach in those grades. So I really like the ABC Hanukkah Hunt book. And that book, is by Tilda Balsley. Tilda Balsley. Okay, so for the next book, it's another alphabet book, and this time it's for Kwanza. This book is called K is for Kwanza, an alphabet book, a Kwanza alphabet book. And this book was written by Jawanda G. Ford. So this book, just like the first one, is an alphabet book all about different Kwanza terms or things that have to do with Kwanza and how to celebrate it and all those kinds of things. So this is a really great book. Again, it's definitely a little more text heavy because they have like the term at the top and then a little blurb about each one. The illustrations are really, really cool as well. Definitely different. I really, really like this book, and I know that Kwanza is something that some schools never talk about, or maybe it's few and far between that you have students with that celebrate that, depending on where you are in the country. But I still think it's really important to talk about it and to show kids about it. And this book is really, really cute. So I really recommend it. Okay, the next book I have is also a Kwanza book. And this book is definitely a little more like fiction and kind of cute and funny. It has a really interesting title. This book is called Little Rabbit's Kwanza. And I read this book last year, and it's super sweet. Basically, it just talks about Little Rabbit wants to celebrate Kwanza, or he wants to learn about Kwanza, and he goes to the different animals that live in the forest with him and asks if they know about it. And they might tell him a little bit about it, or they might say, nope, go ask someone else because I don't know about it. And eventually he does learn about it. It's a really sweet book. It's written by Donna L. Washington. Let me show you the illustrations. So the illustrations are super, super cute, lots of great color, and it's just a sweet read aloud. So I read this after reading the alphabet book. So this is a good way to like wrap up talking about Kwanza because it's just a sweet story, and by then they would have learned a little bit about it. So that way they can try to follow along and see if anyone will teach him too. But yeah, I really like this Kwanza book, and I'm sorry that I'm like... I just realized I feel like my voice is so like because it's early in the morning, but we're getting through it. I'm trying to be alert and awake. But yeah, the Little Rabbit's Kwanza is a great Kwanza read aloud. Okay, I only have a couple more, but the last two are probably my favorites on this list. But before we get to that one, this one is something I bought last year, and I don't think I even did a proper read aloud of it, but I have read through it. And it is super hilarious. This book is called Mrs. Claus Takes the Reins, and it's written by Sue Fleiss. So basically this book is where Mrs. Claus has to be Santa because Santa is sick, I believe. Yes, so she has to be Santa on Christmas Eve because Santa is sick on Christmas Eve. So there's just a lot of shenanigans, and it's also a little bit empowering because for the girls in your class, you know, it's great to see a female lead in a male traditional role in a book. And it's just really cute and fun. It has a lot, it's very short, like text-wise, so it's an easy read aloud. But the illustrations are so cute. And I really like it. Like I said, I bought it last year, so I'm definitely going to be reading it to my class this year. And it's just a really fun addition to your holiday read aloud list. Okay, so like I said, the last two books are my favorite, so I will go second favorite to most favorite. And both of these books are very special to me because I had them in my house growing up, and I took them from my childhood home to put in my classroom. And so they might look a little loved, but I do love them. So the first one is If You Take a Mouse to the Movies. So it's basically the same structure as all of the If You Take or If You Give books, but it's Christmas themed, which is just so fun. Obviously the illustrations are exactly what you expect them to be from these books. Very simple and hand-drawn. And this book is just super sweet. Of course, it's by Laura Numeroff, and I love it. If you don't have this in your collection, you need to get it. It's super fun. And the kids love these books, so they definitely love the Christmas version. Okay, and my final book, this is a book that I didn't realize a lot of people knew about until I started teaching, because I never ever had a teacher read it to me, but I had it at home. And I love this book. It's a definite classic in my classroom of winter or holiday read-alouds. And it is How Santa Got His Job. So this book is written by Stephen Krinsky, and this book is so fun. Basically, it goes through Santa's early life and all the different kinds of jobs he had and how they weren't perfect for him, and things would come up that he wouldn't do the best job because he would be focused on other things that all lead to him becoming Santa Claus. It's so fun, so sweet. It's not a hard read aloud. I'm going to show you a good picture. So the illustrations in this book are all designed around a newspaper because they're trying to show that he was looking in help want ads. So they're really, really simple drawings, and then the outside border is a newspaper. I'm obsessed with this book. I read it every single year. It's so sweet, and at the end he becomes Santa because that's the perfect job for him, and it's a great way to show kids that like everyone is good at their own things, even if they're different from each other, and everyone has their own strengths, and that makes them perfect. So that is my absolute favorite holiday read aloud. So friends, that is it for this video. I know it was a simple holiday video. I'm happy I got to film in my classroom. Welcome to my classroom library. And I want to know what your favorite holiday read alouds are, whether it's for elementary, middle, high school, adult books, whatever you love that's a Christmas themed book. I want to know about it, and I want to know if you love any of these books too, if I found any of your favorites. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like this, let me know, and I will do this every month because I have my display shelf, and as you can see I have a ton of books on there that I didn't even mention. I have a display shelf for every month of the year, so if you want me to do this every month, please let me know and I will. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, put on your notifications. Again, leave me a comment. I have so many fun December videos coming up, and I really love if you subscribe to see them. Thank you guys so much. Remember, keep spreading positivity, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!